Hey guys, Cruel Blind Wave, I'm Eric.
Rick.
I'm Calvin.
I am Aaron.
And we are back with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Last time on was the first episode where we were introduced to what our characters are currently doing right now. And that is not being Captain America.
Dating.
We have a new
Falcon was
Captain
Fuck
America.
this shield.
And loans.
We also had a poll last time. It was, do you think the origin of the apparent superpower seen from the Flag Smasher agent is something we have seen or something new to the MCU? 26% said something we don't know. 73% said something we do know.
And a lot of this stemmed from the idea of, like, could it be like a super soldier serum? Could it be something that we haven't seen before and we don't know why he has powers?
Ross Saw Him says, I think it's related to the super soldier serum. Procraft, it could be the beginning of mutants. But after Ralph Boner, I don't care.
Ralph Boner. Could be inhuman power.
I mean, a lot of people talking about super soldier serum. Ross Saw Him also adds, best logical answer is Mephisto.
Damn.
I bet you Reed Richards gave him this power.
Yeah.
They got it from Cosmic Rays.
Yep.
Yeah. This guy, actually, this is who turns into the Thing. This has been...
Quadraro.
No. Dang, it is Ben, right? Ben is the Thing, but I can't think of his last name.
Ben Stone.
I think it's Ben. It's not Ben Stone.
Ben 10.
It's not Ben 10.
Ben Kenobi.
You gotta look it up
Right,
now.
I'm pretty sure it's Ben, right? Ben's the first name that
Ben
came to my
sounds
head.
familiar, but I don't know Fantastic Four well enough.
What are you talking about?
The real name of the thing.
Ben Grimm.
Ben Grimm?
Isn't his name Grimm?
Ben Grimm.
Yeah, Ben Grimm.
Yeah. But what? Fucking, you know, we could
I
have
was
just
reading
not had
for-
this conversation for this whole time.
I'm sorry.
Been part of it.
Come on.
Ben Dover.
We'll end with Mark is the Boss 100. Not a clue what it could be, but I believe something powerful that we've seen before. That's all I know, sadly. So yeah, a lot of people guessing Super Soldier Serum or something trying to achieve
Dormammu.
that. But some of the other ones were just like, maybe a mutant, maybe this, maybe that. But we just don't know. We'll have to find out. Maybe this episode, maybe this season,
Next
maybe never.
time.
We'll see. But yeah, let's get started with episode 2 of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
This time.
Falco.
Better look at this.
Join me in welcoming
Your new Captain America.
That is not America's ass.
It is not.
Did you see how... No,
Flat and baggy.
it was like Calvin's ass.
Be yourself. They're gonna love you.
You feel bad for judging him so harshly on his flat ass?
No.
Somebody's being a bit too humble. For those of you who aren't familiar with John's resume,
That's everyone?
John Walker, first person in
John
American history to receive 3 medals of honor, the government did a study of your body at MIT, and you tested off the charts in every measurable
Wow.
category.
Okay.
Speed, endurance,
Wow.
intelligence.
Look, here's the thing. I'm not okay. I don't have the flashiest gadgets. I don't have super.
So he's just
What I do have
Peak physical.
a really awesome soldier.
is guts.
He's what the Super Soldier Serum was supposed to be, right?
Steve Rogers was the kind of guy who could do that. He gave me hope. So even though I never met him, feels like a brother.
Wow.
And he's gonna be like, what happened to Falcon?
Right?
That was yours, buddy.
Shouldn't have given up the shield.
Oh, okay.
Good to see you too, Buck.
What big three?
The big 3.
What big three?
Androids, aliens, and wizards.
What?
It's not a thing.
That's definitely
No, it's not. Every time who are you fighting now, Gandalf?
How do you know about Gandalf?
I read The Hobbit in 1937 when it first came out. There are no wizards.
He's a sorcerer.
We're 200 feet. It's too low for a shoot. I don't need it anyway.
What?
Sure about that?
I mean, he is a super soldier. Yeah! So fucking sweet.
What are you gonna do, just grab a tree on the way
Maybe
down?
grab a tree on the way down.
I have all of that on camera. You know that, right?
It's the greatest superhero landing of all time.
Wakanda and you come out
White Panther.
It's actually White Wolf.
Wait, huh?
Huh? Man, look at him take off. He's so fast. He's chasing. Look at that.
I love it.
Found the hostage.
What if she's not a hostage? She can kill you.
What if she's a weapon?
Dude, this
Not
girl,
tied up.
this
Okay?
girl can fight. You cast her because she can fight. Yep.
It's a weapon.
Shit. I'm glad they put the mask on.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Like the Matrix.
Hell yeah, this is great.
Like a train heist. No, Red Wing.
No.
I always wanted
Dude, they could just stop, you know? But they don't. Why would you
Oh,
stop?
Captain America's here.
Holy shit, yes he is.
Who's that guy?
Was that his buddy?
Buddy?
Well, he can handle the shield.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I'm John Walker, Captain America.
Damn.
He catches it.
Oh! Fuck! Jesus!
Oh, man, I love the flying.
Yeah, speed.
Oh!
Captain America used guns in the first movie.
Yep.
Oh!
Oh, kill him!
Oh,
I like
no.
that guy. I like him better than that guy. I kind of like that guy now, too.
Oh!
Wow.
Damn. Now he doesn't have a shield.
That was a bad idea.
She's a super soldier, man.
Oh! Oh!
Ah, I didn't realize there was a car there.
Look, I see a guy hanging out of a helicopter in tactical gear. I need a lot more than Lamar Hoskins.
I'm Battlestar, John Spartan.
Battlestar?
Like Galactica.
Stop the car!
This guy's like, damn it, man, I just want to get to the airport.
Everything's completely clean. She made it really nice and cozy. Oh, you're welcome. You're so welcome.
Oh my gosh, beds.
Hmm.
Hey. One word.
One people.
One word.
One people.
One word.
One people.
I didn't realize it was a globe.
Yeah.
Like a planet inside the hand.
There is someone that you should meet.
Hmm.
Someone from his past?
I mean, I don't know what else would be.
Just Falcon, kid. So are you like Black Kid? I got him, right?
That was the best scene of the show.
How do you know this guy?
I used to. We had a skirmish during the Korean War.
During the Korean War.
Isaiah,
Look at you.
Shit.
this is, Sam.
You think you can wake up one day and decide who you want to be? It doesn't work like that. Well, maybe it does for folks like you.
It's because there's more of you and me out there.
You and me.
And we need to know how.
I'm not gonna talk about it anymore.
Old man strength.
They put my ass in jail for 30 years.
What?
People running tests.
Hey, what's up?
Here.
Is there a problem here? No, we're just talking. We're fine. Can I see your ID?
What's
I
this
don't
shit
have
about?
ID. Why?
Look, is this guy bothering
No,
you?
he's not bothering me. Do you know who this is?
Oh, God. I am so sorry, Mr. Wilson. I didn't recognize you without the goggles. You missed your court-mandated therapy. It's like missing a check-in with your PO. I'm sorry, Mr. Barnes. You're under arrest.
Damn it.
That was not me.
Christina!
Of course. I got resources.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, we did some field ops back in the day. Condition of your release session now. You too, Sam.
Wait, what?
That's okay. I'll be out here with my.
That wasn't a request.
I love this lady.
Yeah, she's great.
They both had to have a therapy session?
What is something you would like to see that would make your life better?
In my miracle, he would talk less.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Isn't that ironic?
You guys are leaving. You have no choice. It's time for the soul gazing exercise.
I like this one. Thank you.
He's staring, of course.
Well, which way
Why do you have to have your
right
legs
or left?
open? You know what?
Legs open or closed?
You happy now?
All right.
Yeah.
Good. That's fine.
It's a little close.
It's very close. That's what you wanted, right?
Guys. Wait, what are you doing? Are you having a staring contest?
Yes, of course they are.
That is everything he stood for. That is his legacy. He gave you that shield and you threw it away like it was nothing. So maybe he was wrong about you. And if he was wrong about you, then he was wrong about me.
Oh, man.
I like that.
So it wouldn't make sense for us to work with you.
A word of advice then. Stay the hell out of my way.
None. It's the power brokers, man.
Everybody grab what you
Power
can.
brokers, man.
So whoever's pulling their strings.
Gonna snap the pole. Nice.
He must be shot.
Walker doesn't have any leads.
I know where you're going with this, and no.
He knows all of Hydra's secrets. Don't you remember Siberia?
So you're just gonna go sit in a room with this guy?
Yes.
We're gonna go see Zemo.
Of course. Of course.
Nice.
Damn it!
Damn it.
Son of a bitch.
I was like, oh man, that was gonna end, and then I thought a plane was going or something like that. Like, oh, okay, we're still good. Then it went to the credits, like, damn it, we're not.
All right, didn't have to wait long at all to get those two together.
Nope.
I was worried like, oh, when we gonna, hopefully it's not like episode 3 or 4 or something,
Yeah.
you know? I want them to kick off, but they just shows up, so I was happy about that. All right, well, asked and answered, Super Soldier Serum, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which John Walker apparently has not taken.
No, he
he
seems to
knows
be
of.
just a legitimate badass.
Yeah.
3 medals of honor, you know? Like all those accolades, and he seems to be able to handle the shield very well.
Tests off the charts in speed, intelligence, and endurance.
Yeah.
But I didn't get the feeling that he was like Captain America.
No, but I mean, his shield throwing thing, like that's the hardest part I feel like of being Captain America, because like I think he moves so fast, and there's like that, like Captain America has like that math, and he sees fast and all that junk, so like he can be like, there, catch, you know?
Yeah.
Like, how do you do that? But he doesn't.
Like you just get the feeling at the end of last episode, you're like, who is this fuck? How dare you stand where he stood? You know, like you get that feeling that this is like a mascot.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. But I mean, he legitimately seems like he's the next best choice in terms of like who's on the government's payroll.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully, like the idea that if he feels he doesn't deserve it, but he wants to do the best he can with it, it fits more with like Steve Rogers. Like, it's that's kind of his legacy of, I'm gonna stand for the little man, right? And I can do this all day, and like that was just kind of what he did. He didn't want to be a super hero soldier. He just wanted to go in and fight for the people that can't.
Yeah.
So maybe if this guy's like, if what he was saying during that interview thing is kind of true, and he had his ideas like, you know, hoping that like what I'm doing is right, and helping the people, like hopefully it works out good, and there's no like sinister, evil means behind it all or anything.
I think it needs you jump on.
I agree. I
guess.
I you know, I think the show did a great job doing it too, because I both am like, man, you ain't no Steve Rogers, but I'm also like, kind of feel bad for him at a certain point too. I'm like, man, I think I judged this guy way too harshly. And you definitely did with talking about his ass in the beginning. You're like, look at that ass, that sucks.
Not America's ass. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Can't believe everyone is like on board and cheering him. Seen WWE try to get over Roman Reigns.
Yeah?
It doesn't work.
Doesn't
when
work.
You try to push someone that people don't accept.
I mean, they did say, like, for those of you that don't know, here's your resume, implying that a lot of people know
who this guy is,
like who he is and
Which is
what
possible.
he is, you know. But I agree, it would be very tough.
How many years was Captain America in like modern day?
You mean from like
'Cause,
Avengers?
Like there could be like a little bit of a thing where it's like, you know, not everyone necessarily knew of him the same way of like World War II. Like everyone knew it was going on World War II, and he was a big staple of that.
Yeah.
Like I imagine a lot of people who were older were familiar with him, and back then they would have like really known him. But maybe
Like
more,
Coulson had his cards.
more modernized now. Like he was on the opposite side of a big like a civil war, right? Where this is like, here's what America's for. These guys are the enemies. Like
I feel like it was like 10 years, like 2010 to 2020.
Sure. Like, is there some divide though because of like what Captain America stood for versus what Iron Man was standing for, and where their wars were going? But he still was helping people, so like he stands for good, but maybe it's an easier thing to get over than other stuff. I don't know.
I think I'm really interested in Isaiah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if he had a name.
Like a black super soldier from that era that got sent to jail for 30 years. And like, I love the way that, you know, Falcon is angry about it. He's like, you know how that could have changed things.
Sure.
Like shit like this is still going on because we didn't have a guy like that.
Sure. This a black super soldier.
Yeah.
That they put in jail, you know, like that's.
It sounded like they were like taking his blood and stuff. So I wonder, was he just jailed so they had access to him for like experiments, or
Probably from their
did he do something?
Probably from the government perspective, it wasn't jail, and it was more for experimentation and stuff and whatnot. But it was essentially just jail, and he had a cell that he couldn't leave and stuff.
I'm extremely tempted to look up and see if this is like a Marvel character or not, because there was a lot of super soldiers in the 40s.
Gosh, shoot.
But I don't want to look up. This is the thing. Like, I want to be able to know what I need to know, but I also like a show telling me what a character is in his adaptation too.
I mean, it's possible that it could go the way of. Actually, I think I mentioned this on the podcast the other day. Was that there was a cartoon I watched where there was like this group of like super soldiers that the serum worked differently on them. So it didn't give them the exact same thing Steve Rogers did.
Yeah.
It like messed up, and like this guy got like more speed, whereas this guy had like super strength, whereas this woman could fly and stuff like that.
Like they were min-maxed rather than
like
Captain America's like jack of all trades.
Yeah, like that was one of their stories. Like Captain America, it worked the way it was supposed to. It gave him peak physical condition on all these, whereas like for these people, like it didn't quite go the way they wanted to, but they still had powers, and together they made like their own little group, you know. So like, I'm trying to remember.
I suppose I won't look it up. If there is anything like that, we'll probably get it some of it in our Q&As too.
That's possible too, yeah.
I was shocked that Erin Kellyman was in this. Was she in the trailer?
I don't think so.
I don't think so, but like, now I think about it, maybe she was, and she just had the mask on.
I mean,
because a couple of those shots, and then like you know, look, that girl kicked your ass. Like that's from the trailer.
Yeah, that was in the trailer, yeah.
So, but yeah, she's Enfy's Nest in the Solo Star Wars story. And I really enjoyed her in that. I'm like, and she did like almost all of her like fighting stunts, so she knows what she's doing when she comes to these action scenes for someone so young. I love that highway scene.
No, yeah, it was
that
good.
was awesome.
Yeah,
I like that. I was also kind of impressed with the new Cap's like saving his buddy with the shield thing. What's his name?
Battlestar.
Yeah, Battlestar.
It's like his Bucky.
Is that a thing? That sounds kind of familiar, doesn't it?
That's the thing. Like between Patriot and then all of the all the stuff, there's gonna be like a ton of things that I don't know. You know, my level of comic book knowledge might go 1.5 out of 10. You know?
Yeah, sure. No, I'm trying to remember the names of like the ones from the other one, because I remember one of them was like the Whizzer, and he was the fast one, and they called him that because of the noise it made when he ran or something like that.
Gotcha. Wasn't he in Jessica Jones, the Wizard?
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think of the Big Three conversation?
I liked it.
Hilarious.
I love that he's like, I read Lord of the Rings back when it first came out.
The Hobbit. But yes, that was so good.
I like it.
Like that was like, I felt like that was written just for me. I don't know. I loved that joke so much. It's like, how do you know Gandalf? Like, you should have skipped over it. It's like, man, I'm an OG Gandalf fan.
And apparently
Gandalf lives, like, we're writing it in the New York, subway.
That must
that was
be
a thing, you know?
It must be a thing too in like the U.S. military is the big three, because even then Captain America said it later on where he's like, you know, aliens,
androids, aliens,
and wizards, you know?
Which does cover most, right? I mean, Ant-Man or not Ant-Man, but I'm trying to think of all the villains. What was his name? Hornet?
Yeah.
I mean, that wasn't really an android or anything. That was just technology.
That's just a dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
like Ghost.
It might be like where you got, you have humans that are doing things, but then there's the big three.
Gotcha.
Here's an alien, like an Asgardian, or a Skrull, or a
Thanos.
whatever, and then you get the androids, which are like
Ultron,
yeah, stuff like that, and then you get wizards.
Does Dormammu count as an alien?
He might count as a wizard too. I don't know. He's probably more alien. He's like a dimensional being, right?
It's like a.
But he was leading a group of wizards.
Yeah.
He had a cult following.
It's like a way of describing the different realms of Marvel that they had to introduce here, which was Earth, space, cosmic, magic, all these different things. And then you have to buy that they all can be into the same universe, which they pulled off, and then now you have your military responding to it. I love when super soldiers run real fast and chase cars.
Like when
it's such a
Falcon
simple
was
thing.
Running to that
I
truck.
know.
So good. I love how he just took off.
Yeah.
And Sam had to fly to keep up with him.
I know, but I always love those shots of like this Cap and Black Panther chasing like each other like past cars.
Yeah.
In Civil War. It's so good.
Didn't they use like a track that was like it moved like a conveyor, like on the at an airport, right?
Yeah, they were like dragging it. I feel like or
maybe
like that.
It was like a strip, but it was like this, and when they ran along that because it was also moving, they were just running super fast.
Man, all right. I mean, I have a lot written down here. The power broker. I don't know who that is. At first, I thought, is that Zemo? But then I thought, well, maybe no. Zemo's in jail. You know, so unless he's working with someone outside, maybe not. I don't know.
Well, he might have information though of where more serum may have been, right?
Maybe
because he had those guys.
But in terms of what Carly Morgenthau, I think is her name, what they want is going back. They had that taste of what the world could be like with the blip, because the blip would have been completely, it wouldn't have at all thought about who was in power or anything. It just was completely equal in who it affected. So that's equal in who remained. But now that people have come back, there's this idea that there are refugee camps of people that have been displaced when people came back.
Because
not necessarily they came back and then those ones that came back are displaced, but because they were like important or something.
Sure.
They're more important than people that were left over and displaced those people, which is something I didn't think about.
Yeah.
That's an interesting way of doing it.
What happened, it's what we talked about before, is like when there's that house where that person's been gone for 5 years and now I live there, and then you just show back up. Like, what's the solution there?
True. Like, the government says that still belongs to them.
Yeah.
Is that still...
And then you have to get out.
Still Eric's house? And I have to leave? And if so, then where do I go? And what do I get? Did I buy this house? Did I spend money? Do I get money back? Who gives me that money?
But then you have this extra added layer they're putting on of privilege. Mm-hmm. Well, it goes to whoever was the most privileged, regardless if they were there for the last 5 years or not, Which is a really interesting concept about doing that,
I mean, I imagine it kind of works like jobs in the military.
Mm-hmm.
Where like if you own a business and someone is in the military and they get called for active service, like you have to give them their job back or give them an equal job when they come back.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, right? So I imagine the blip is kind of like that.
I mean, they talk about this global
repatriation council.
Repatriation?
Yeah.
Repatriation council. That seems to be who has gotten Captain America all these resources and stuff. But they're the ones in charge of dealing with the blip and its consequences, right? So that must be who is directly being opposed by the Flag Smashers. But who's the power broker? Is he in charge of the GRC, or is he a third party?
Who's the power broker and who's the one that texted Carly?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like you took what was mine, I'm gonna kill you.
That must be the power broker.
Must be.
Yeah, I assume like the super serums were supposed to go somewhere else, and like she took one.
Yeah.
Or she took a case of them, and now
she
her
took
and
10.
all of her friends have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like everybody that was there in that hostel or whatever
Yeah.
seemed like they were super soldiers. Mm-hmm. And they all seem younger, too, so.
Revolutionaries usually are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, Isaiah, who I think is played by
He's
the guy from Supergirl. He's Martian Manhunter's dad, isn't he?
Is that who it is?
That's who he reminded me of.
He looks familiar.
I love that actor, if that's in case him, but it reminded me of him. He also played Martian Manhunter in like DC movies. Voice, yeah. He has that voice.
Did he say how long he had gotten super soldier serum? Like when it was? He said the Korean War, right? Or something they mentioned.
Yeah.
They said that they had fought during the Korean War.
They met during the 70s?
Yeah, something like
80s,
that.
wasn't it?
Did they say 80s? I thought they said 70s.
Yeah, Carl Lumley is his name.
Carl Lumley.
Carl Lumley.
And that is the actor from Supergirl.
Yes.
Yeah.
He does. He used to voice Martian Manhunter and stuff, and then he's another character in that.
Yeah, he's the father in that one.
Yeah.
But
I was like, oh man, he looks familiar. Do I know him? But he's more scruffy now too, and in this one he.
Oh yeah, they definitely like. He's like he does not have those thick eyebrows like he did here. You know, like these white thick eyebrows.
Yeah.
I've only ever seen him in a couple of shows, but I've always really enjoyed that actor. But man, I don't know what it was, but when they went to a wide shot of him, he looked more built than I've ever seen him.
He did look built.
He was like old man build.
Yeah.
Like
he's been working his whole life.
Yeah, it's just like he looks big, but his pants are a little too high. You know. You know, old men do that. But then you give them a handshake and they crush your hand. And you're like, God damn it! I can't wait till I get this strong. But yeah, he threw that thing into the wall, and then I wonder if the kid there with him could possibly be like, is he related to him, or is he just staying there? And if so, is it possible a super soldier passes on those abilities to their children?
Is the serum something that can be passed on?
I don't know. I don't know that answer because Captain America doesn't have any kids or anything, does he? I don't know. I don't know Marvel as well as many people watching.
I think he had any kids that I can. Well, I mean, there's some iterations where he had kids, and then that kid like there was one storyline where like him and like I think it was like Black Widow had a kid.
Yeah.
And he like used a shield and stuff too in that one, but I don't necessarily.
But
know,
you don't need to have powers to use a shield.
I don't necessarily know what kind of power base he had, you know. So like, there's a story that went that way, but I don't know about any others, and I don't know if they had powers leading on through.
My favorite line of the entire episode was during the therapy session, which was hilarious. But when he said, "If he was wrong about you, what if he's wrong about me?" And because he's doubting himself, like, I can change. I'm not the monster they made me. But if he was wrong about you, that's what Cap said. But if he's wrong about you, then maybe I am that monster.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Steve trusted that Bucky was there and that he wasn't who he had been for all these years.
Yeah.
He was his biggest proponent.
Like, that was a fucking breakthrough in that session.
Against like the consequences of what Hydra made him do.
Sam just ducked out, but that was such a good line.
I was hoping Sam would kind of. It didn't really change too much there for him. I feel like he kind of was like, "I'm done with this." But no, I like the line too, and it makes sense as to why he has, especially a problem with him giving up the shield.
Yeah.
Like they've argued back and forth and had their little,
Yeah, it wasn't for a completely selfish reason.
The reason he's mad about the shield is because what's that mean for him? Not that he thinks he deserves a shield.
Yeah.
But like, can he be what Cap saw in him?
I mean, it's just that they have that rivalry of like, you have a friend, and that friend has separately from your friend group has another friend, and then those friend groups meet, and it's weird. It's like
friend and summer camp friend.
Yeah, it's like Elaine and Seinfeld when there was the other
the Bizarro
the
Jerry?
Bizarro Jerry.
Sure,
it's like that.
Yeah, sure.
Whatever.
Dude, I watched a thing that was like Avengers like roasting each other.
Yeah.
And it kind of reminds me here whenever these two are like talking.
These two have great chemistry,
and back and forth. But like, there was Tom Holland and Mackie, and they were talking, and Mackie at one point he's like, "Man, that sounds pretty cool. I need to watch that movie sometime." And he's like, "You haven't seen the Spider-Man movie?" He goes, "No." And then Tom Holland's like, "I guess I should go watch the Falcon." Oh wait. And then Maggie's just like,
"Man, fuck you." No,
it's so funny.
I'm pretty sure I've seen that. But hey, he's got a series now, so the soul gazing exercise was also very funny. Man. Anyway, I say, if you guys don't have anything else major, let's jump into some Q&As.
Sure.
I mean, there was that scene with the cops, like, accosting Falcon.
I mean, was that just because, like, a white guy and a black guy were arguing in the street?
Yeah,
I think so.
that's all it was.
Because like he was like, "Is this man bothering you?" Like talking to Bucky, who is like this guy on parole, being let because he's a
racial
assassin who murders people.
Yeah.
You know.
Actually, you have a warrant. You know.
Yeah.
Like, just shitty.
Well, we got
Felt like we
arrested.
were watching Lovecraft Country.
Yeah. Oh man.
I mean, it was very topical to the conversation that they were having at the time. Why they were getting so upset.
Yeah, no.
You know?
I got some. And then another car pulled up too. I'm like, what the hell? Although I did like the, hey, it's Black Falcon. Like, it's Falcon. My dad says you're Black Falcon. Why? Because I'm black in the Falcon? Like, are you black kid?
That was so good.
I love that.
I got him right.
His buddy's just laughing about it. I thought that was funny.
That was really good. That was one of the best scenes. All right, let's see here. Julian Garcia says, how do you guys think Sam will get the shield back? Will John give it back, or will they fight for it?
I don't think he's going to give it back because of the privilege and the station that comes with it.
Yeah.
You think?
Not unless something very drastic happens.
The thing I'm thinking of, especially with the way that he was just kind of thrown off that truck like he was nothing, is he might feel the temptation to become a super soldier and go down maybe the wrong path to achieve that, and then loses. Like, hey, you are not worthy of the legacy.
Is the idea of like, I need to do this for the people, I'm pushing myself further than I should, and it's
And he
going a
starts,
darker
like,
route than what...
Especially with
doping or something like
Especially with that last line of like, don't get in my way. It felt darker. It felt like maybe not sinister, but more, you know, I'm the face until you cross me, you know?
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just the feeling I got from
I mean, if they go that way, at least it can be more like, it can have a reasonable arc, right? And like, here's a reason why like I like him and I don't like him, but I like that I don't like him. Versus just being like, who's this guy?
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at this guy's face.
Mhm.
You know?
Look at his ears.
I want to just be like, here's a guy with a face and I don't like him. You know? Like I want to know why I don't like him.
Sure. I get you.
I've had too many guys in the past where I'm like, screw this guy in his face. You know?
Brandon says, did you guys notice the theme that was playing during John Walker's entrance at the stadium was a slightly altered version of Star-Spangled Man with a Plan from when Steve was selling war bonds in the first film? It definitely, there was something in the melody that sounded familiar.
Yeah,
Like, I was like, is that from the first movie? But I couldn't place when it was. But yeah, I think it's the war bonds theme, but slightly altered with it being a alternative rock band. What band was it?
Marching
band. Dip PG says, I am so excited to see Zemo again. He is one of my favorite villains in the MCU so far. Question, with the super soldier serum around, do you guys think that John will get some to become powerful, or do you think he already has some? He seems very strong already.
I don't think he has it yet.
Is it possible that he's already has it and is lying?
Or he might have been given it by the government without him knowing.
Yeah.
Like in its bottle?
I don't know. I feel...
Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
I
Like
mean-
he was bred for it?
Yeah, like same kind of thing that happened in another show that we watched.
Man, I mean, like he was a quarterback at his high school and could throw really well and stuff because he was super soldier. And, like that's why he was like, I don't know. Look at
I don't know.
him and his buddy. Like I like in a different show. Like those two could probably be fun together as like a show to watch, but
yeah,
because it's like semi-antagonistic against our other two guys. Like I'm like, I don't like these two.
Yeah.
But I want to like them, you know.
Me
But I feel like our guys are the dicks in this scenario, though.
Are they?
See, I don't really know. Because the attitude that John has,
I see both
about
sides.
like,
yeah,
I'm just trying to do the right thing. It'd be a lot easier for me to do the right thing if you were on my side publicly. I was like, well, that doesn't really make any sense. That
Yeah.
just means that you want to be the face without
True.
having to
That was the
carry
thing.
load.
Like what? Like I was like, you know what? He might be you might be okay. There was a point where I was kind of seeing both sides there, but then when he said like, it'd be really nice if I had his wingman on my
Captain's
side.
wingman on my side.
I.e., like it would solidify my appearance and image as Captain America. Also, you guys aren't full-fledged heroes like I'm about to be.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's kind of how I took it.
Sure.
And I feel, even if that's wrong, I feel like that's how they took it.
Yeah, it's definitely how Sam took it.
Yeah.
They're like, yep, it's always that last line.
Yeah, because Bucky had already said he had already fucked off.
As soon as he heard Battlestar.
Yeah, Battlestar.
Battlestar. Stop the car!
Also, yeah, Zemo has always been one of my favorites, just in terms of like everything he did was just about his plan, his smarts. He's not about being a fighter, you know.
Can you go back to the scene where it showed him on the security monitor? There was like a name and a number. Back to the left a bit.
It's right after this, right?
Right after this, I think. Down in the bottom left-hand corner.
It started with Z.
Zell.
It just says Zell 2187 2187.
Cam 2.
Okay, so Princess Leia was in Cell 2187. Okay, you feeling me? Zell 2187 is clearly a reference to Star Wars Episode 4, which came out on May 25th, 1977. Come on, you don't just pick that.
It's gotta be.
You don't just pick that number, Aaron.
Why not?
Zell.
That could have been this man's birthday. He could have been born February 1st of 1987.
So Calvin, what? So you is that Zemo?
That is, yeah.
Okay.
If you go just a little bit further, you can see the side of his face. It's an actor that I recognize. I can't place.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine that it's the guy who played Zemo in Civil War.
Yeah, it is, but I don't recognize him in that shot.
Go play. Yeah, that's him, right?
Yeah, okay. I mean, the lighting's completely different from one shot to another.
Is that?
But yeah, that's the guy who played Zemo in Civil War.
Yeah.
Eric?
Yes.
Is he from Vikings?
No.
He really looks like...
He does.
Man.
He's not.
I think I said the same thing back then.
You pulled an Aaron.
What?
No.
He
does look like him, though, Eric! Don't do that.
Oh, okay, so this is what I was looking for. Logan Britton says, glad we're getting legacy characters in the show. First, Torres, which is Sam's soldier friend and protege in the comics. So the guy that's with the Air Force, I think.
Okay.
And now Isaiah, who in the comics was actually Captain America before Steve. They changed it slightly here. Will we see Isaiah again? So.
Oh, is that who he's supposed to be?
Yeah, so Isaiah was Captain America before Steve Rogers.
Huh.
I guess.
He looks a lot bulkier
Very
than
big.
Steve did.
Very, very
See, with all this other stuff, I was thinking more of like the American Warriors like that that they had before, where like, oh, if there's this guy, maybe there's more, and you can have like
Ultimate Warrior.
There were like the 6 American Warriors, and Steve was one of them. They were around there in World War II, though.
Then you had like Captain Britain and.
Well, sure, yeah, but
Oh Canada, whatever his name was.
Oh Canada.
Yeah, I think it was in Canada.
Say my name. Oh Canada.
Captain Florida.
No, that's no.
Alex Bull says, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you to see Bucky absolutely destroy John Walker's jaw with his vibranium arm?
10.
You're a 10? I was a 10 at the end of last episode.
I'm interested
now I'm like
to see what that jaw can do to the vibranium arm, too.
Yeah.
No.
Depends if he becomes a villain or not.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no.
I'm way less than I was last episode.
I definitely feel like with the last line here is like, stay the hell out of my way.
Okay, here's what I want. I want
to go back.
I want that there's things that are going on, and that maybe like, man, do I want this? In my mind, I'm picturing like, it's not that he goes bad, but it's that Walker turns to a point where he's like, I can't do this. And he tries to give the shield back to Sam. And it's Walker wanting, like, Sam, you're the one who deserves this. And he gives it back to him.
Sam should be Captain America, and John should be a Texas Ranger.
Like, is that like you get a superhero outfit?
You get jeans and can roundhouse kick.
Well, yeah, but does he have Texas's ass?
Yes.
Flat.
So
yes.
Okay, so Sonny is talking here. We talked about the power broker being the person that sent the text, but Sonny says, so maybe we can assume that John Walker is the one that sent the text to the redhead girl. He definitely wants to see him for himself. So if the text was, you took what was mine, I'm going to find you and kill you, that would be kind of interesting.
So like the serum was for him, someone came, took it?
Yeah, I mean, if let's say there's a sinister undertone there.
It was unknown.
Yeah.
Were the broker people that they said about, were those guys were like military looking, right?
They seemed like they were possibly like a paramilitary group. Maybe.
Like not like
mercenary,
not like
military.
U.S. military.
No,
you don't think?
I didn't see like uniforms.
Yeah, they didn't have uniforms. They just had kind of like
they didn't have any
tactical
uniforms?
gear.
Well, they had like matching black cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were well organized and funded.
I thought I thought I saw like fatigues or something.
They have like just like paramilitary outfits.
Sure.
You know, they don't only have like insignias.
And
or
you get like a couple
anything.
guys, like that guy in front of the car that's like suited,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then the one guy who was chasing him down, was like, damn!
Yeah.
They got away.
Yeah, which they showed him call someone.
Yeah.
Who?
Stefano said that Battlestar was Bucky's replacement in the comics.
Oh, is that what it was?
Battlestar.
Ah.
Gotcha.
I say it sounded kind of familiar, but
Yeah.
I wasn't sure exactly what it was. And like we were saying, like there's so many characters.
Himmelice says, I just want to say my undying love for Dr. Rayner. She has to play kindergarten teacher with the duo and is simply hilarious. I adore her. I like her just authority she has over Falcon, you know?
Yeah.
She's like, get in here, you know? He's like,
what's the request?
he just goes, you know? It's just a tone of voice where you just want to listen.
It's like she's everybody's mom.
Yeah, it is. Like a strict mother.
What miracle do you hope has happened when you wake up?
I
Hope he
hope
talks
less.
That's what I was
Strangely,
hoping for.
that's the same thing that I want.
We'll end with Matilda the Hun, who just said, this was a pretty damn good episode. I love their dynamic, but more importantly, I absolutely love that they're dealing with the same real-world race issues. I hope they do it justice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't expect that in the moment, but when it happened, it was just like, I don't know. It was a sobering moment for this superhero show.
I feel like in like movies, sometimes you don't get a lot of time for that kind of stuff, especially like a superhero show. Like most of the ones we have,
Blockbuster movies.
I feel like most of the ones we've had, there's too much going on. They don't really touch on that kind of stuff too often.
Yeah.
With this here, you can have moments like that where it's like
I know.
it's part of an episode, but it's not really pulling out of a movie because you only got so long in a movie.
I really like that they do touch on it.
Like right now, we're at like 2 hours basically, and we have 4 more hours to go.
See, the thing is that this is both good and bad. There was a part of me that felt like, I don't know, I feel like this is being a little heavy-handed with this material. But then I was going, yeah, but I have so many examples of this exact thing happening.
Sure.
You know, maybe not the Avengers part, but certainly like an athlete or something like that, a soldier, like they've had these exact same scenario happen, and I don't think it's heavy-handed then. I just do when I think it's a fictional story, you know?
Sure, yeah.
So,
I mean, there's stories where it's like
Even
someone-
celebrities.
Yeah, like someone's pulled over for something in their car, and they're like harassing them more until they get their license and realize who they are, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, sir. Never mind. Have a good day."
I mean, there's stories of like black police officers when they're off duty saying like, I still gotta make sure I have my badge with me, you know? Because I'll get in a situation, if I show that, then they'll treat me like everybody else, you know? It's crazy. All right, well, that was the last Q&A. We need a poll for this episode. All right, guys, poll for this week. So we've learned about John Walker. He does have Captain America's shield. What is the fate of the shield? Is he going to keep it this season? Is he going to die and not have it? Is it going to be taken forcibly from him, or is he going to voluntarily give it away? What is the fate? What do you guys think?
Or does the shield get destroyed?
We'll put that. Yeah. We'll put that in the he or the shield dies.
He or shield dies.
Yeah.
Shield's already gone. What about it's taken from him?
Taken?
I'm gonna go with death.
Death?
Because that can cover him being a good guy or a bad guy.
You're
He
right.
could die either way.
You could die good.
I like the odds. Calvin?
I'm gonna say he gets it taken from him.
What? Never mind. He gives it away to Sam voluntarily. I changed my answer.
You're a fool, Aaron.
Calvin copied me.
I'm going to say, what are the options?
Death.
Wizards.
No. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure you subscribe because we have more Falcon and the Winter Soldier coming. There's also full length available on our Raw Rider tier down on patreon.com/blindwave in the description below. Also the poll there. Leave comments. We'll talk about it at the beginning of next episode. And join us at twitch.tv/blindwave for live streams like every day. Follow us down there.
Except Sunday.